Welcome back, everyone, to Greater Beckley Christian High School. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Bob Boland, with Robbie and Joe Mounts on camera and engineering for our fourth game of the day. It's going to be a good one, Bob. We've got the defending Class A state champions in Webster County coming in at 8-2, undefeated last year, 28-0, going on to the state title, against number 5 Greater Beckley Christian at 8-3. And these are two teams that not only have state tournament aspirations but state title aspirations, but they may have to go through each other in order to get there later this season.
Yes, they may. You got two good teams, great programs. I think Greater Beckley's played a tremendous schedule so far this season, and should be an exciting matchup.
Yeah, and they started the year 1-2. They've won 3 in a row and 7 of 8. Their only loss in that stretch was to Woodrow Wilson, 64-50. And then on the other end with Webster County, their only losses came against AA Westside and Oak Hill. They started the season 4-0, and they have won their last 4 against Doddridge County, Gilmer, Richwood, and Braxton County, 77-69 on Friday. And these are two teams that like to get up and down the floor, Bob. Webster averages 78 points per game. Greater Beckley, 64 points per game.
Yes, both teams like to get up the floor. It's going to be a great atmosphere in here this evening.
Well, we're going to step aside for a break, and when we come back, it'll be time for player introductions here from Greater Beckley Christian High School as you are watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive, just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Welcome back, everyone. Perfect timing as the anthem just coming to its conclusion as we are getting set for tip-off between single A powerhouses, Greater Beckley Christian and the Webster County Highlanders. And right now, as the player introductions get ready to get started, let's listen in to both sides.
Number 22, Rod Gag. Number 23, William Lewis. Number 24, Carter Williams. Number 44, Levi Carter. And now, for your home, Greater Beckley Christian Crusaders. Let's make some noise. Freshman, 5'10", number 10. Excuse me, 5'10", number 5, Peyton Smallwood. Guard, 6'2", number 2, Sean Hopkins. Forward, 6'6", number 20, Thad Jordan. Forward, 22, Isaiah Hairston. And at guard, Number 1, Elijah Edwards. Coached by Brian Helton, assistant coaches Scott Lawson, Justin Almond, and Frank Bowers.
And again, we're here with you courtside at Greater Beckley Christian High School. And Bob, these are two teams that also have a lot of experience. These are veteran clubs. Greater Beckley with 4 seniors in their starting lineup, along with sophomore Caden Smallwood. Webster County starts 3 seniors, along with a junior and sophomore Rye Gadd. So these are two teams that have had a lot of experience on their teams, have experienced a lot of success. Webster County, under Mike Gray in his 4th year, went from 13 wins to 18 wins to 28-0 last year as state champions. And with Brian Helton on the other side, they've made the state tournament 4 of the last 7 years. So these are teams that have been in the big dance, have been in the Charleston Civic Center, have played for state titles. So this should be a very, very interesting contest tonight.
Oh, it should. And I think both teams have aspirations of being in Charleston this March. And the way the seasons have started out so far, both have a chance. Greater Beckley with a huge size advantage this evening.
Yeah, again, Trinity Christian's Coach Folks said that this was the biggest team in the state he's seen in AAA, AA, or Single A. These two teams have met 3 times, 2-1 the advantage for Webster County, as Greater Beckley beat them 73-53 in 2018. Then Webster County beat them both times last year, 65-64, and to get to the state title or state tournament, 65-57 in the regional final, and immediately they go down low to their size advantage, and Hairston draws the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, that game, there's Hairston going to his left, body contact foul. That game to go to the state tournament ended up an 8-point game, but it was nip and tuck until the last 30 seconds of the game.
Hairston able to get the first to fall, and then Webster County went on and beat St. Mary's Trinity Christian by 3, and then beat Parkersburg Catholic for the title 47-40. That was the 2nd year in a row that they had been to the state tournament, as they lost to Ravenswood in 2018 in the first round, as Hairston gets both to go. Quickly across the timeline comes Webster County in the corner. Jumper on the way off the mark. Rebounded, though, underneath by Lewis. He has it taken away. Up ahead to Hairston. Drives in left side, goes in strong and lays it in. He's got 4 quick points.
Greater Beckley in their full court man-to-man press. They like to create havoc in their full court.
As Rye Gadd gets by his man, got too far underneath though and missed it off the front iron. Quickly the other way. Greater Beckley had numbers for a moment. Now pull it out. 3 on the way from the left wing and count it for Elijah Edwards. And what a start by the Crusaders. Now there's a turnover immediately too, as Sean Haskins comes up with it. Or Hoskins rather. He drives in right side is Edwards and misses, but he'll go to the line. And Edwards, he didn't play against Trinity Christian on Saturday night, but he averages 14.8 points per game.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful three-pointer, feet set. Right now, the first 51 seconds of this one looks like a mismatch.
Yeah, again, this is a game we expect to be tight throughout, but Greater Beckley coming out here on fire already as he misses on the first attempt. Again, Edwards, we said almost averaging nearly 15 points per game. Saw him out here in the three-point shootout earlier too and fared very well while we were trying to kill time in between the game between Beckley Prep and Beth Haven as Edwards hits on the second. He's got 4 points and the lead is at 8-0. Pressure continues in the backcourt, able to break it but pass away and out of bounds as couldn't catch up to it was Webster County has Cutlip into the game, but that pass off the mark, and now another turnover for Webster County.
Yeah, so far Webster County just having a hard time getting into the rhythm, and Greater Beckley just really executing well. Great pass there from Harrison to Smallwood, 10-0.
And Harrison's got great court vision for a big man again. He's got the ability to drive, the ability to shoot from the outside. He's got all the tools, and right now he's showing them off. Again, it's already 10-0 as Gadd tries to end it but can't connect from the left wing. And now Harrison again looking up the floor. Good pass over. Layup is good on the left side for Hoskins. And that'll draw a timeout by Mike Gray as he sees his team fall behind 12-0 in just the first 92 seconds of full timeouts. We'll step aside as well. Back after this as you're watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here on Video Productions.
Your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 and Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign.
12-0 out of the gate for Greater Beckley Christian as they are taking it to the defending Class A state champions. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolin here with you. And right now, Bob, Webster County just needs to find a way to get into their offense on the other end because this pressure defense is really causing havoc for them.
Oh, it is. And Greater Beckley, has a lot of depth. And Coach Gray wanting a foul on riding the dribbler up the court, and then they have to get back on defense. Greater Beckley's getting too many breakaways. That's the big man Hairston with a nice finger roll.
Man, he is so quick in transition as Hairston. He had 22 against Mount View and 24 against Trinity Christian, so he can go off at a moment's notice. Averages 14.3 points per game as we get a foul on Greater Beckley. That's going to go against Hoskins. That'll be his first.
Greater Beckley has balanced scoring from all 5 starters, and then Thad Jordan at 6'6", I'm going to go leading the break and making the beautiful pass.
Yeah, you got 3 of them that average in double figures, and then the other 2 are close to it in Smallwood and Hoskins at 7.4 and 8.5 per game. Nice take that time on the right side, but Wright can't get it to fall. Again, another leak out and another easy layup as Hoskins makes it 16-0.
Well, Webster County has to send somebody back if the point guard drives to the basket, somebody's got to get back. They're getting blown out of the gym right now.
Yeah, this right here is shock to the system for the defending state champions, and another missed shot by Wright. So here comes Greater Beckley over to Hoskins. Gets inside, kicks it out for Edwards. And again, this is a Webster County team that lost a ton of seniors off last year's team. And right there, Harrison continues to go to work, does the 6'4" senior. He's got 8 already here in the first. 18-0. And now a whistle in the front court with 5:09 to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Hairston, nice spin move, drop step. And, I didn't expect 18-0, but I just watched a lot of single A teams in the state this year, and Greater Beckley is as talented and as deep as any team in the state.
As they get the foul that time against Hairston, that'll be his first.
Now, I did see Wheeling Central early in the year.
Yeah,
Wheeling Central's legit. They're a good team, but Greater Beckley can go to the bench and they don't lose anything, and then they have all that length inside to challenge shots.
And right there, Rye Gadd finally ends the bleeding as he gets the first points of the game for Webster County. But right there, again, you see just the quickness with Greater Beckley gets into their offense, Bob. And Webster County, I don't think they've been back and been set on defense one time yet here in this first quarter.
No, and then that was after a made basket.
Yep.
Greater Beckley got it out of the net, pushed it out. They are clicking on all cylinders this evening.
So it'll send Caden Smallwood to the free throw line as they get the foul, it looks like on Gadd.
Well, Chris, if he hits his free throw, that's 20 points in 3.5 minutes. They're on their way to 197.
Is that all?
That'd be 40, 43 a quarter at the pace they're going right now.
It is.
I don't think they can keep that pace up.
He's got 4 points now. Smallwood 20-2 as Wright drives in. It's a really tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. Tip back up. Almost goes, but rolls off the rim for Carter Williams. And once again, a leak out and an easy bucket for the Crusaders as Hoskins gets his 6th. Now on the backcourt, trap being applied. As Thaddeus Jordan really causing havoc back here. Won the three-point shootout earlier.
Yeah, he's getting away with that arm check with the left hand there on the dribbler. Oh, good.
Ooh, and that's
both of them had a charge there on Hairston.
That's big, Bob. That's 2 on him already with 4:04 to go here in the first.
Yeah, Hairston goes out and another right there, getting in position, taking the charge. And they bring in a 6'8" off the bench. And that's a luxury you have when you have a deep team.
And that's what, I believe they call that first world problems right there.
Yeah, we got people coming into the gym that missed the first 356, and they're looking up there at a 20-point contest.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they're from Webster County, they might turn around and walk back to the car at this point.
Well, they aren't taking money up to right behind us, so maybe you can see the scoreboard before you pay.
As Christian Krunich comes in for Greater Beckley. Nice fake there by Gadd. Pull-up jumper off the mark. Rebounded by Wright, and he's rejected by Krunich. Saved by Edwards, but it's going to be intercepted by Gadd near midcourt. So bring it inside on the right
pass.
block. Oh, yes, great look that time. Able to find Williams cutting to the basket.
Yeah, great look. Webster County has to get back behind their man. They're just right now, I know Coach Gray is really upset with his team right now, and, there's a good call by the official on the foul. After having the greatest single-A season, what was the first – I know you have all of this, Chris. The first undefeated single-A state champion, how many years?
God, I'm trying to remember.
It was like 37, 40 years, something.
Yeah, because I think Petersburg came close in the early 90s.
Or was it the first one ever? I mean –
it was a long time.
And that team, the fans they brought to the Charleston Civic Center, and how proud that community was of that team. I'll tell you, it was something to see.
It really was. They had one of the best cheering sections of anyone, and you couldn't help but kind of fall in love with that club as they were going along through that trip.
Oh, and then the assistant coach over there, Mazzella, he had 12,000 people in the Civic Center on their feet. It was a great team, a great atmosphere, and that they started all those seniors last year, and these guys are a little shell shocked right now at the quickness and the size of Greater Beckley.
Caden Wright able to hit both free throws, now 22-6 in favor of Greater Beckley. And again, this is the number 5 team in single A.
Oh, beautiful ball movement.
Oh, wide open but missing, but there's Krunich on the rebound, and he'll put it back up and in.
Krunich is too much size for Greater Beckley.
Yeah, again, right now, you go from Hairston that's 6'4" and such a big body, and then you go to 6'8" right off the bench. It's just demoralizing. Inside, good take that time by Carter Williams. He gets to the rim, the 6'1" junior with 4 points.
Yeah, great elevation by Carter Williams.
Krunich double teamed on the right block.
Oh, good skip pass.
Again, great vision. Unable to convert, though, on the 3 was Drumheller. As rebound gets back out front. Edwards, he'll step back, take the 3 off the front iron. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Jordan. It'll go over to Webster County.
Yeah, if you think about it, Greater Beckley's been on the floor with University. Been on the floor with Woodrow. They took a couple of losses, but they've played a tremendous schedule so far.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't let those losses fool you again. They came against some very, very good competition. It's a good drive that time, but Gadd can't finish. Rebounded underneath. Hook shot up and banked in that time by the Highlanders as Connor Bell gets his first bucket. So Webster County's kind of settled down here after going down by 20.
Yeah. They've cut it down to 14 right now.
Now they go down to Krunich and a foul underneath. They're going to get Bell on the hack. So that'll send Krunich to the line with 2:04 left here in the first. Yeah, they've cut a 20-point deficit down to 14, and really that's all you can do right now if you're Webster County, just slowly chip away at this lead.
Chris, you're acting like you've been coaching a little bit. Right now it'd be good to get it down to 9. You get it down to 9 by the end of the quarter, then you're in a game.
Yes.
You're in a game again, then but if that thing goes up to 19 or 20, that can be demoralizing. But Coach Gray, they're not quitting. They're tough kids. I mean, these are the kids that played against those seniors last year every day in practice. So they're just not handling things real well, and the main thing is getting back on defense.
Right there, a good drive and an N1. Nice finish by Smallwood. Yeah, that's been the big problem so far, Bob, is that Greater Beckley's speed has just been so much for Webster County. They're just beating them up and down the floor each time.
Yeah, but Greater Beckley's really showing their transition game, and that's the way Brian Hilton likes to coach. That's a part of basketball that he really enjoys, and he studies the transition. I know they ran the old Loyola Marymount fast break there for a while, and that is transition to the extreme.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to run a quick-paced, high-scoring offense, that's one to mimic. There's now a foul off of the steal, and Gadd's going to pick up his second foul on that reach-in on Jordan. So there's the leading scorer for Webster County. Again, he had 30 points and 5 3-pointers in the game against Doddridge County, so he's another one that can fill it up in a hurry.
Already 10 fouls called, and we still have 1:44 to go in the first quarter.
There's a three in Smallwood.
Oh, wow. Back up to 20. You blink your eyes twice, and it goes from 14 to 20.
So I said they slowly worked it down to 14, a three-point play and a three by Smallwood. Smallwood's got 10 points here in the first quarter. It's 30-10. Greater Beckley, we're not even out of the first quarter yet. Trying to drive baseline, cut off, but going to get a whistle and a foul. Like you said, we're going to be shooting the 1-and-1 probably by the end of the first quarter right now.
Yeah.
Trying to see who they got on that foul. That's 5 team fouls against Greater Beckley and 6 against Webster County, and they're going to get Drumheller on that push. That'll cause a substitution for Webster County as Levi Cochran will check back into the lineup as William Lewis will go over to get a breather. They look to trigger it in underneath their own basket, find Carter Williams on the left corner. He'll dribble back out front. Good bounce pass into Gadd, drives in, and a blocking foul on Jordan. And Jordan just kind of bailed out of that at the last second. He was in position and then just kind of scooted to the side, and that probably changed that from a charge to a block.
Yeah, but I think the official was right on that. I do think that was a blocking foul. And Rye Gadd will get 2 from the charity stripe.
Just a 6'1" sophomore is Gadd. Again, they had their 32-game win streak snapped against Westside earlier this year.
There's a replay. Jordan right there, and he tried to scoot over, tried to slide to the right, and the offensive player, Gadd, did a good job of avoiding the charge.
Once he moved that shoulder around, that's what was going to get him that blocking call as Gadd hits both. He's got 4 points. We approach the final minute of the opening quarter. It's been all Greater Beckley here thus far. It's Krunich, another good pass out of that double team, but missed on the 3 by Jordan. Last touched out of bounds by Webster County. So we'll stay here with 56.2 seconds to go in the quarter. Now another substitution coming in.
Watch Greater Beckley possibly, I thought Krunich was going to start out on the other side on a cross pick. Down pick for the shooter, down pick for Elijah. Very good Alabama's play.
That'll work.
Yeah, you could tell that when the guy taking it out, Edwards, hesitated right there. You knew he's coming off of a down pick.
That's 7 points now for Edwards. He's got a couple of threes here in the first. 33-12, Greater Beckley. And we talked about how Webster County like to get out and run. Well, right now, Greater Beckley just taking their game to them and showing them why they're ranked in the top 5 in the state. Is a good take there by Caden Cutlip for his first bucket.
Yeah, Cutlip with the strong move. Greater Beckley looks like they're going to go for 1 shot here at the break.
Down to 14 seconds. What has been an offensive onslaught by Greater Beckley here in the first 8 minutes.
All right, it's already down to 6. It's time to go for it. Now he doesn't have time to make a pass. Well, he did.
Jordan gets it off at the horn, no good. But it's been a heck of a first quarter for the Crusaders as they put a 33 spot on the defending Class A state champions, and they lead it by 19 as we head to the second 8 minutes of play. You're watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here live on Video Productions.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks. Just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Start of quarter number 2 here from Beckley, West Virginia at Greater Beckley Christian High School. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolin here with you with Joe Mounts on camera, Robbie Mounts engineering today's broadcast. And after the first quarter of play, if you're Webster County right now, what are you saying in the huddle if you're Coach Mike Gray? Because, Bob Boland wasn't in a whole lot of these situations where he was down by 19, but if you were, what would your strategy be here?
First of all, they got to get back on defense.
Yeah.
And they got to take care of the ball. And if they get back on defense and don't turn it over, good things will happen. But if they keep doing it Greater Beckley's on a pace to score 132, Chris. 132.
Well, we saw one like that the other night with Riverview and put up 109 to 100. So.
Yeah, this is a 132 pace, 33 a quarter. Now, Greater Beckley's not going – if you get back on defense and don't turn it over, they're not going to put that spot up there. Woo.
Well, I said just a ton of those. And now thrown off the back of Krunich by Wright, trying to get that easy layup, but he does draw the foul on him, and that's going to be number 2 on Krunich. So you've got both big men for Greater Beckley with 2 fouls now. Krunich with 2 and Hairston with 2.
Well, the ball didn't even bounce right off his back. Smart play by Caden Wright. Heady play. Just bounced the wrong way and didn't get 2 points out of it.
He missed the first and missed the second, and Krunich barely had to leave his feet to snag the rebound.
Oh, beautiful hesitation move. And one. Wow. That was a big-time move. Edwards came up, froze the defender with a hesitation move, and then exploded to the basket. Let's look at it, Chris. Watch his hesitation. Boom, boom. Oh, that was pretty. Pretty move by Edwards.
And you have to respect that step-back three of his, too, so that's what makes that so difficult to defend.
Now that was a big-time move there.
Well, he's got 9 points now here in this contest already, both teams with 7 team fouls, so they'll both be in the penalty for the last 7:36 of this first half. As Edwards sinks the free throw for the and one, he's got 10 points now for the game, and it's a 36-14 lead for the Crusaders. Up top, Gadd trying to penetrate, but cut off nicely by Hoskins. Now over left side. Back out top of the key for Cutlip. He'll try and penetrate in, but cut off. Now he dish to the center.
Good play.
Open in the corner. No good, though, by Cochran. Rebound comes down. Greater Beckley trying to run again, but stolen by Wright. Tries to get it back, but loses it out of bounds. But he did probably prevent an easy 2 that time.
Yeah, they still have to get back on defense.
So they ended up getting that foul a moment ago on Lewis, and they have him put on the board for 3 fouls already. So in its case, Lewis hanging around out there with 3 fouls already in this game. As Hairston back in with those 2 fouls. They get it to him. He'll take 3 from the left side. Short with it. Rebound tipped up by Jordan. Still loose. Jordan gets it back, puts it back up and in for his first bucket.
Greater Beckley just too long around the boards. Easy second chance opportunities.
Yeah, so you got Hairston 6'4", Jordan 6'6", Krunich 6'8", and a nice take that time, though, by Gadd for his 6 point.
Yeah, Gadd with a good take. Coach Mike Gray thought he should have got a foul there, and Harrison had his back turned, and I kind of thought he had one too. Great unselfish play by Hoskins in there, and Greater Beckley got an easy one there by Thad Jordan.
Yep, that was just a great tip pass. He saw Jordan coming and quickly got it to him, and now we get a whistle away from the ball.
Yeah, here's a look at that tip pass. Oh, good look by Hairston, able to find Hoskins. And then the unselfish play of Hoskins getting the ball to Thad Jordan for the bucket.
They get that foul on Sean Hoskins. That's number 2 on him. So foul trouble starting to pile up here on both sides as Gadd hits first free throw. He's got 7 points. 3 of 3 from the line now as the 6'1" sophomore. He'll have another attempt here, try and cut this down to a 22-point lead, and he's able to do so.
Well, Chris, to be doing games since 9:30 this morning, you sound good. What are you doing, taking some Vicks NyQuil or something? You sound great out here.
I actually got myself to bed at a reasonable hour last night. That helped a little bit.
Okay, Webster going to a zone now. Going to a 2-3 zone, matching up. They'll try to play behind Hairston inside. Try to make him score over him.
Get it out top for Edwards. He'll drive in, puts up a tough floater, and gets it to go.
Edwards is really playing well. Mid-range game, hitting the threes, finding the open man, doing all the things you want a point guard to do.
And he's got 12 points now in the game, and a foul on the other end will put Webster County back at the free throw line. Good take there by Caden Wright. He's done a pretty good job of that thus far in this game.
Yes, he has. I didn't really see the contact there. No, I didn't see it there.
Yeah, that one.
But I think there's been a few that look like Webster County were contacted on that weren't called. And so they all even out in the end.
Yeah, it's one of those just to get you back situation. It's Wright, though, unable to hit on the first. He hit his first 2 free throws, but he's missed his last 3. And that's going to be 2 fouls now on Jordan. As this time Wright able to break that streak. He's 3 of 6 from the line. 42-19, Greater Beckley in control, albeit in big-time foul trouble at the moment with their starters, and that pass into the crowd and go back over to Webster County.
Yeah, it's a couple possessions here in a row that Webster County's 2-3 zone has looked good. Caused a turnover once and then a missed shot another time.
It's been a good stabilizer, at least settle things down a little bit more here in the second quarter. As Gadd takes a deep 3, no good off the back iron. Rebounded, coming up the floor is Edwards, races to the left side, can't finish. Rebound tipped around, regained by Greater Beckley. Out to Edwards for 3, no good off the back rim, and rebound comes down to Cutlip. Now Cutlip up the floor, takes it over to the right, cuts inside, and he'll draw a foul, and that'll put him at the line.
Oh, okay.
Now Cutlip goes to the charity stripe as they get the foul on Smallwood. That'll be his first. So you've got Jordan with 2, Hairston with 2, Hoskins with 2, and Krunich with 2 at the moment as free throw rattles around and goes home for Cutlip. And on the other end, you got Gadd with 2 for Webster County, Lewis with 3 for Webster County. So at this point, Bob, we get this game into the fourth quarter. You and I might have to put on a uniform to get out there. Cutlip hits both.
I'm going to be standing on the offensive end letting it fly.
So pretty much my basketball career.
Yeah, I don't think I can guard anybody. Yeah, there's a lot of fouls being called in this one.
It's a double-up situation right now as Greater Beckley has doubled up Webster County 42-21. Now they go back to Hairston. What an up-and-under move, and able to get it to go once again as he's got 10 points and a chance for an M1.
Yeah, Hairston with a great move up and under. I just don't see where all these fouls are. I mean, great move. Let's look, up and under, beautiful. That's not, that's, I don't know. They got to let that go. I mean, the flow of this game because of all these fouls, and they're touch fouls. I mean, you got to let the game play.
That's what I said. It's kind of come to a screeching halt here.
Oh, my goodness.
Now driving in is Wright. Nice control that time as he flipped it up and got the spin in. And again, Wright has 5 points. But quickly the other way comes Greater Beckley again, rejected underneath and saved. And what do we get here? Another foul underneath.
I don't know.
Not sure where the foul was on that one either.
It was on number 3. Oh, a pushing foul on 3 for Greater Beckley.
So they get that one on Trifkovich. That'll be his first, so he gets to join the club. Again, right now I've got more tallies on fouls than I do baskets, it seems like, on our score sheet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going yeah, that's just really and it hasn't been a rough game. And 18 fouls called in the first quarter and a half. You better bring your pillow. We're going to be here past midnight. Now, if you think about what Webster County's done, they were down 20 early, and it's still at 20. So, Greater Beckley hasn't extended the lead. It's just Greater Beckley got off to that hot start, and Webster County got off to a terrible start.
So I said just that opening salvo in the first couple of minutes just absolutely devastated them, and there we get another foul.
Yeah, I just, it was the referee's call under the basket. I mean, she had the perfect view at it, and then it's called from out here on the side. It's a foul fest.
And unfortunately, all the games up to this point really flowed well, and we didn't really have a ton of fouls as Hairston misses on the first. But, sometimes you run into these contests where you're going to get a bunch of fouls called.
Yeah, and then the fans just aren't into it. I mean, I understand if they were playing rough and knocking each other down, but just the flow of the game is going. I'm not saying they're making bad calls; they're just calling everything.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're one-sided by any means.
No, it's been an equal opportunity foul fest. It's good give and go there to Williams as he finishes.
Yeah, Carter Williams with a strong finish.
Now 45-27 in favor of Greater Beckley as we finally approach the midway point of the second quarter. He's out top. Get at the top of the key. Now swing it over. 3 on the way. Short. Rebound tipped out. Controlled by Cutler. So he'll race up the right side trying to get the angle, but good job getting back that time by Drumhiller. So get at the top of the key for Gadd. He'll take a 3. Count it for Ry Gadd.
Ry Gadd with a nice-looking jumper.
That's 11 points for him now. So 45-30. They dump it inside. And
we had 4 or 5 possessions without a foul. That was great.
Yeah, it was like you. I didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah, good replay of the three-pointer out. Good step-in 3. Who was that on that last 3?
Gadd.
And I guess I was just so happy to see it go up and down the court 4 times without a foul. Wasn't a whistle, no walks, no fouls.
It's one of those you start praying for made shots so you don't have to hear the whistle.
Oh, yeah.
As Harrison hits on the first. Yeah, I was going to say tallying up the free throws at halftime will be fun. But lead at 16 right now. That's foul number 3 on Connor Bell for Webster County. So he's got 3 and Lewis has 3. Cochran's got 2 and Gadd has 2 for Webster County as Harrison misses on the second. But an offensive rebound comes down. They get it out to Harrison. As they reset, Harrison kicks it out. 3 on the way and count it. We're on the right side for Smallwood.
Smallwood has a picture-perfect jump shot. There's no JV game here tonight, so if they keep all these fouls keep happening, they're not going to have anybody to go in the game. Carter Williams there, a good tip.
Yeah, nice putback off the miss. There's another nice spin move by Harrison. Can't finish. Ball comes towards us, but saved, thankfully, by Williams before we had to get out of the way. Now they get it up head to right. Wright drives in on the left side, kicks it out to Gadd. He'll go for 3 again. This time rolls off. Rebound knocked loose, chased down by Gadd in the left corner behind his back pass, but threw it out of bounds. So again, really the best opening I guess Gadd thought that he had there to try and fit that pass in, but he ended up throwing it out of bounds. That's Krunic will check back in. Harrison able to stay with just those 2 fouls, so a good several minutes there from him.
Yeah, made the right decision. The bounce pass to the post was open, but when he bounced it on the inbounds line. The referee right on top of it for a good call.
They go down low to Krunic. Good pass again out of the double team, and Smallwood alone misses this time, but Krunic right there for the rebound. Misses the putback, but this time they're going to get him for an over-the-back call. Yeah. And that's 3 on him.
And I think that was the right call. They got one.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time they let it go, it wasn't, his arms are longer and he's 6'8". He got the rebound, but the second rebound, he definitely went over the back. And that's what you like to see. They let him play, but when the contact created an advantage, then they called the foul.
Yeah.
And I thought that was right, the right way to do it.
Now they'll go to the other end, and Levi Cochran get his first chance to put up points in this game, but misses on the first attempt.
Yeah, Chris, a lot of times you'll see a guy take a shot, and the ref won't call the foul until after they miss it. And as a coach, I like that.
Yeah.
They're trying to let the game and the fans go crazy. Oh, that's a late call. And, coaches that understand, and he's trying not to put a foul on the guy. And the foul has to be necessary enough for him to miss the shot.
Wow,
Great move by Harrison.
Misses, but there's Smallwood again to put it back up and in as he continues his stellar first half. That's 15 points for him now. 51-32, pass thrown away as Harrison comes up with it.
And that's what they've stopped. Webster County, great hustle play.
Wright drives in hard, can't finish. Rebounded, though, put back up and in, and that's Carter Williams again. He's had a nice first half.
Yeah, Carter Williams gets off the floor.
He's got 12 points.
Plays up by the rim.
Now they dump it down low, trying to find an opening. Now they get it out. Edwards gets himself free for 3, and he'll connect.
Has he hit the rim tonight?
I was going to say he's wearing out the net courts at this point.
Edwards just really smooth.
He's got 15, and Gadd answers back as he gets a 3 to rattle around and fall home.
Good, yeah. going up and down. 54 points by Greater Beckley scored so far in the first half.
Now this is where it gets fun. Again, we've had a minute here without a foul.
Yeah.
They get it over to Edwards. He'll go for three again.
No, he hadn't hit the rim. I mean, he has hit the net on all of those attempts. Edwards playing big-time basketball. See, there's Thad Jordan getting the interception, making the right play, find the hot man. He can't hit the rim.
Oh, my goodness.
I want to see one of them just hit the rim.
The flames are coming off the back of his uniform right now.
You know who needs to get the shot the next trip up here for Greater Beckley, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Edwards needs to touch the ball.
Gadd looks to answer back. Can't this time, but rebound put back up. Short and rebounded by Harrison.
Here comes Edwards. He's got it now. Good play. Made the right play.
All alone was Hoskins for the layup.
Greater Beckley clicking on all cylinders, making the right play.
Taken by Gadd. Step back jumper away from Harrison.
That's
nice.
Yeah. Nice move by Gadd. Little step back jumper. Greater Beckley will go for the last shot of the half. I see Edwards go a little earlier. He's been waiting until about the 6-second mark. You want him to go with about 8. So if he does pass it out of the double team, the shooter can have a good chance. Got Edwards open outside.
Harrison takes it himself and spins and gets the good look.
Weight room bucket for Harrison.
Gadd heaves at the horn, and it's off the mark. And Greater Beckley Christian puts up 33 in the first quarter and 31 in the second quarter to take a 64-39 lead over the defending Class A state champions here at the half. Well, Bob and I are going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll have all your first half stats and analysis here from Greater Beckley High School as the Crusaders lead the Highlanders 64-39. You are watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here live on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
No one leaves their home thinking they will be in a car crash. Unfortunately, in West Virginia, more than 1/3 of people killed in car crashes are not wearing their seatbelts. Those who choose to wear their seatbelts stand a good chance to live another day. Law enforcement wants you to have a fighting chance. That's why we are busy making sure everyone is buckled up.
We would rather you arrive safe at all your destinations rather than it be your final destination.
Buckle up, click it, or ticket.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
When someone contacts my office, usually something terrible has happened. A loved one has been killed at work, a child has been seriously injured in an accident, or an insurance or credit card company is harassing them. My job as their attorney in these troubled times is to comfort them, give them peace of mind. to investigate the facts of their case, research the law, and I fight to make sure that their rights are protected. If you need a lawyer, contact me.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
No one leaves their home thinking they will be in a car crash. Unfortunately, in West Virginia, more than 1/3 of people killed in car crashes are not wearing their seatbelts. Those who choose to wear their seatbelts stand a good chance to live another day. Law enforcement wants you to have a fighting chance. That's why we are busy making sure everyone is buckled up.
We would rather you arrive safe at all your destinations rather than it be your final destination.
Buckle up, click it, or ticket.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
When someone contacts my office, usually something terrible has happened. A loved one has been killed at work, a child has been seriously injured in an accident, or an insurance or credit card company is harassing them. My job as their attorney in these troubled times is to comfort them, give them peace of mind, to investigate the facts of their case, research the law, and I fight to make sure that their rights are protected. If you need a lawyer, contact me.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
No one leaves their home thinking they will be in a car crash. Unfortunately, in West Virginia, more than 1/3 of people killed in car crashes are not wearing their seatbelts. Those who choose to wear their seatbelts stand a good chance to live another day. Law enforcement wants you to have a fighting chance. That's why we are busy making sure everyone is buckled up.
We would rather you arrive safe at all your destinations rather than it be your final destination.
Buckle up, click it, or ticket.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
When someone contacts my office, usually something terrible has happened. A loved one has been killed at work, a child has been seriously injured in an accident, or an insurance or credit card company is harassing them. My job as their attorney in these troubled times is to comfort them, give them peace of mind, to investigate the facts of their case, research the law, and I fight to make sure that their rights are protected. If you need a lawyer, contact me.
Getting ready for the start of quarter number 3 here from Greater Beckley Christian High School. Chris Kidd and Bob Boland with you, with Robbie Mounts and Joe Mounts on camera and engineering tonight's broadcast. As at the half for Webster County, they were led by Rye Gadd with 16 points. Then you had Carter Williams with 12 points, followed by Caden Wright with 5 points, Caden Cutlip with 4 points, and Connor Bell rounding out the scoring with 2 points. On the other end for Greater Beckley Christian, just an onslaught of scoring with 64 in the first half. And leading all scorers was Elijah Edwards with 21, hitting 5 3-pointers, followed by Caden Smallwood with 15 points. Then you had Isaiah Harrison with 14 points, Sean Hoskins with 8 points, Thad Jordan with 4 points, and Christian Krunich with 2 points in the first half. And you look at some of the shooting, Greater Beckley 7 of 16 from three-point land in the first half. And what's staggering, Bob, is that Greater Beckley shooting 61.5% from the field. I mean, that's Villanova against Georgetown numbers almost.
Boy, they are just lighting it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different players shooting 50%. You just don't see that.
It is. It's crazy.
And, yeah, one team shooting 61%, the other one 37%. And then Webster started taking care of the ball, only ended up with 8 turnovers, but Greater Beckley only had 4. And, after the slow start, down 19 at the half, Webster only lost the second half by 6.
Yeah.
But Greater Beckley's on fire.
It is. It's just been a very impressive display here in front of their home crowd. And I tell you what, they got a tough one tomorrow, too, against Charleston Catholic. Another single-A foe. I got to see them earlier this year, and they've got a lot of size and athleticism, too. So
that's going to be a game.
Yeah.
He better get Edwards out before he breaks Coach Helton's scoring record.
I was going to say, he could be on pace here right now.
Yeah.
5 threes in the first half, and they go right back to Harrison. Misses on this one. We get a whistle.
If we see him with about 42 and Coach Helton takes him out with 3 minutes, we're going to know the deal.
We know how close you're getting now, son.
The bad thing, Brian Helt would be the one that would never run up the score, but he'd put him back in to break his record. That's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah,
he would want him to break it.
It is. That's a sign of someone that cares truly about his kids.
Yeah, there's that press again. Greater Beckley getting the steal. And excellent call by the official, blocking foul. Smallwood took it strong with a power layup and drew the contact.
It's going to be number 3 now on Levi Cochran. So he joins Lewis and Bell in that 3 category of fouls. And Smallwood, as we said, had 15 points at the half. almost doubling his season total of 8.5 points per game. And now waiting to see here as the officials confer. But with that matchup tomorrow, again, Charleston Catholic really prides themselves on their defense. Whenever they go out, they've been limiting teams to under 50 points per game most of the year. So it'll be very fascinating, that matchup between, this run and gun team and Greater Beckley against that slow down, really grinded out team at Charleston Catholic, who can get out and run and gun themselves after they ran Huntington St. Joe out of the gym a few weeks back.
Yeah, they did. And, that's a stat I'd never looked at, how many points the other team scores, because like you said, they grind it out. A lot of times, teams say, oh, they held them to 48 points. Well, the other team held the ball.
Yeah.
When you hold the ball on offense, what I like to look at is shooting percentages. Can you hold your opponent to below 37% field goals? Can you hold them below 30% threes? And, those kind of numbers. Because when there's more possessions in a game, logically there's going to be more scoring.
Yeah. And we saw that with Chapmanville and Polka the other night in that slow-down festival between both sides as they get it over to Cutlip. Now back out front as a lot of fans filtering in for the next game. Again, Bob and I will still be here with you for Wyoming East and Greenbrier East coming up at 8 o'clock. Yeah. Approximately 8 o'clock at this point.
Yeah.
They go down low to Hairston, gets by his man, gets to the other side, can't finish at the rim, but there's Jordan on the offensive rebound, throws it away, and now Webster County with the ball. As they look up ahead, back inside, dribbling
good play.
In. Nice find over to right, three from the corner off the mark, rebound tipped up and finds Gadd.
Good pass.
Ooh, good find, but again, missing at the rim. A couple of good looks, but Lewis misses point blank.
Yeah, that was a $50 pass with a 5-cent finish. Yeah, got to take that one up and get a bucket there.
It's just been that kind of night right now for Webster County.
It has.
You do the right thing and you still come up empty.
Yeah, and right there, they got to get over and help. They're fronting Hairston, but then the guys on the offside just stood and watched him. They got to get over and help him.
Again, he's just too big and athletic. Again, it's too hard to play in front of a guy like that. As Wright lost the ball and plowed into Hairston, and that'll be an offensive foul on Wright.
Not getting on the refs just has the right call. I mean, Hairston took that and may have had a reach on the outside, but there's the lob to Hairston. And then see the backside help over here just watching him. If the defender's going to front him, the backside help's got to be there.
Yeah, because if they get that over the top,
they're going to do it again. Now this time they played behind and pushed him out.
Yeah, I said you do that.
There, the help came late, but Harrison just jumped around it. Harrison can score the basketball around the basket. He can also step out and hit the three.
He's got 18 points here in this game, and the lead has swelled to 30. As they get it over to Lewis, now up top for Gadd. Trying to find someone, gives it back to Lewis. He'll go for three, no good. Rebound by Hairston, knocked away. Gadd gets it, puts it back up. Can't convert, and the long rebound comes out to Edwards. Again, so quick, and what a find underneath once again to Hoskins. He's got 10 points now.
Yeah, Hoskins running the floor, and Edwards doing what a point guard's supposed to do, finding the open man.
And Hoskins into double figures now. He's now the fourth Greater Beckley player in double figures in this game, as three from Gadd, no good. And once again, here comes Greater Beckley up the floor. Jordan keeps it himself, goes up and under, can't finish, gets his own rebound back, and he scores for his 6th point.
I believe the referees had a little talk at halftime and said, hey, we got to let them play a little, too many whistles, and boy, they've cut that out and doing a great job this second half. And right there, those kind you have to call.
Yeah.
I mean, jump hook, you hit him on the arm, got to call him. And I think the crew's doing a good job.
Yeah, it's like you said in the first half. It's not necessarily criticizing what they're doing or anything, because the fouls have been fouls. It's just a matter of letting some things go in certain spots.
Right. And, smack on the arm on a shot and somebody taking a good charge, you call those things. Somebody barely touching somebody on the perimeter, 73-41, you let that go.
Yeah, that's the other situation with the score right now. Again, just understanding time and sequence.
Game management.
Yes, there it is. There it is. As Lewis able to get the free throw to go, 73-42 now as we approach 5 minutes to go in the third. Nice feed to Krunich. Can't finish. Rebounded, though, by Jordan, and he finishes on the other side.
Just so much length for Greater Beckley. If you come and help and they miss, they have a 6'6" guy going for a rebound. Good move.
Ooh, a nice finish by Caden Wright that time. He's got 7 points now.
Caden Wright likes to cuff the ball and shoot the right-hand reverse.
It is, and that's a tough shot. Well, at least it was for me anyway.
Yeah. Now they're front. That's a push-off on Greater Beckley there. Greenwich pushed off.
Now out front, shot put 3, no good by Hoskins. Again, that's a funky release he's got.
Webster can make Greater Beckley play.
Lewis, good release, but can't finish.
Great hustle. Greater Beckley had 4 guys back there trapping the ball, and they were still able to hustle. And look at that pass by Thad Jordan to Drumheller for the basket. Thad Jordan, 6'6", 4-man, but can also run the point.
I just don't know how that pass got through. I mean, it was just perfect. It had to be in order to get through as Wright misses on a 3. Hoskins with the rebound.
Good hustle on defense.
Yeah, Wright's done a good job defensively. He snuck out, and he's got several steals in this game. Now the pass somehow finds Wright as he barrels into Croonage, and isn't on the floor. Oh, and that's a shame. If it was Wright right there, you kind of hoping that would count for him.
I thought it should.
Yeah, it seemed like it was pretty bang I'm surprised it wasn't.
I think he put too much arch on it. And when it took so long to come down, they said that had to be
it had to be on the floor.
And Mike Gray, the competitive gentleman, he's asking him, that should have been good. That's what he's saying, as Brian Helton gets a full timeout.
So 3:47 left in the third, and it's Greater Beckley in control against Webster County, 77-44, as you're watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Back here at Greater Beckley Christian High School, Chris Kidd with you. Alongside me, Bob Boland, as we are in game number 4 of 5 today in the Martin Luther King Classic. As it is 77-44 in favor of Greater Beckley, and that's been a really good event that's been put on here by Brian Helton and the rest of Greater Beckley Christian. Only issue is we've had blowouts all day today.
Yeah, and
but these are good teams.
Yeah, last year he said the games were really close, and then Brian was worried about the crowd. Look at it, packed over there. But I said, Brian, there's 37 minutes before game time. Yeah, he just. I tell you what, and he has great people here, volunteers that help him, great assistant coaches. One person can't put this event on. Hospitality room, it's first class.
It really is. We've had a great time here today. And speaking of having a good time, Isaiah Harrison continues to have a ball here today.
Oh, yeah. And then head fake, had people hanging all over him, and won.
He's got 20 points now for the contest.
There he is, low post. Got to move him right there. Easy call by the official, foul.
Look how many fouls on Gadd now.
He's got 6. Okay, we were bragging on how great a help Ryan had, and they get one wrong on the scoreboard.
Well, I was going to say, it's believable with the amount of fouls we've had in this game. Maybe he does have 6.
And I'll tell you, this third quarter, I thought the referees have done a tremendous job.
They have, and Gadd finishes.
They've been on top of everything,
that is 4 fouls on Gabb. It'll stay in, and now here's another foul underneath with 3:07 left.
And another one that, Greater Beckley's dominating the boards, and when you get the ball a foot from the hole and they're smacking down the arms, you have to call that. And no, I just thought there was a lot of whistles the first half, but, since then I think the officials are doing a tremendous job of controlling the game.
As Harrison hits on the first, he's now equal to Edwards with 21 points to lead all scorers. As checking out will be Wright, and checking into the game will be Logan Cochran now, the 5'9" senior, as that's foul number 4 on Bell as he and Gadd both have 4 as Hairston misses on the second, but another offensive rebound comes down. They give it back to Hairston. Spin, move, and another finish at the rim.
I mean, he just finishes, spins, hangs in the air. And if you don't have a good big man, Isaiah Hairston is just going to light you up. I mean, he's dominating. We got a 10-second call there.
Again, the defense still continuing to smother Webster County. So we take a look at our replay here with Hairston.
Hairston there. And they got to stay between him and the basket. I know he's got good spin moves, but you got to get down and try to take some charges on him. You got to double team him early. The double team's coming too late. Double team him early and make him kick it out and live with somebody else hitting the jump shot on you.
Yeah, it's the thing. You go one-on-one with him, he's going to make you pay almost every time.
He is.
It's now almost a steal, still being fought for as they fight right in front of the broadcasting table over on the other side, but it'll stay with Greater Beckley. As Jordan will trigger it in. Now Smallwood brings it over to the right side, gets inside. We got a whistle and a foul, as that's going to be team foul number 6 here against Webster County. And just a frustrating evening for the defending Class A state champions. And Smallwood will go to the line to try and add to his total. He's got 16 for the game.
As we saw the replay, a trip there. Smallwood going to the basket. You know, and games when they get this bad, 35 points, it's hard. They're hard to officiate. They're hard to call on the radio, TV, radio, streaming, whatever it is. It's just when they get to this point, they're a little difficult to call.
And it's like I said, whenever you're just getting blown out this badly too, it's easy to be frustrated, easy to commit nonsensical fouls as well in those moments. As there's a 3 that hits off the side of the backboard.
What a tip.
How did he tip that in? Lewis somehow got that to go in.
Yeah, and the class of Webster County, I mean, they have a classy program.
Yes,
I mean,
definitely.
state champs 28-0. You know, they'll learn from this. They're young. They'll learn from this. You know, Greater Beckley's size and speed have just given them fits.
Yeah, so Trinity Christian was right when they said this may be the biggest team in all of the state as Lewis hits a 3. He's had a nice third quarter with 8 points.
I mean, they're getting the ball out of the net when Webster County scores and draining threes on the other end.
Smallwood with another 3. That's his third 3 of the game as he's got 21 points now. So you've got 3 players over 21 points here for Greater Beckley, and now more as Hoskins up ahead gives it back to Hairston. The freight train misses on the run in, but another great tip in by Hoskins.
Hoskins staying around the ball, hustling. Greater Beckley doing everything right, sharing the ball, running the floor, playing good defense, rebounding the ball, you name it, they're doing it right.
Again, the point totals in each quarter have just been staggering. 33 in the first quarter, 31 in the second. They've slacked off a bit here in the third, only 25, but there's a 3 by Gadd. He's got 21 now for the game. Close in on the final minute of the third quarter. Hoskins puts up the 3, and he gets it to go from the left corner.
Yeah, I think they had some new backboards and rims put up, but maybe that was just on the side. Something, it's magnetic or something. I mean, everybody's just draining threes left and right.
Well, I said you and I might actually have a chance to knock one down. We go out there right now.
Now, Chris, I can shoot it. Don't put me in that category.
Okay, then. Yeah, it's like don't bring me down with you, Chris. Baseline jumper missing. Rebound comes out long. Smallwood on the run with 35 seconds left in the quarter. Had it rejected from behind. Good defensive play. Ball knocked loose. Smallwood gets it back over to Hairston, and he's walloped.
Yeah.
Hairston
just great head fake. Not head fake, head and ball fake. He put the ball over his head, showed the defender the ball, chinned the ball, and exploded to the basket. Earned those 2 free throws.
And they're going to get that foul.
And right here it is.
Gillespie.
Right there. Showed the ball. 2 defenders flew in there, drew the contact.
That'll be the first on Kai and Gillespie, the 5'9 juniors, just checked in. And now Hairston back at the free throw line. He's got 23 for the game, make it 24. He's got 10 of those this quarter. Now we're probably going to start seeing a lot more substitutions coming in the fourth quarter at some point as Edwards will check back in, give Smallwood a breather. Yeah, just another monster quarter here. This to make it the third straight 30-point quarter for Greater Beckley, but off the mark that time is Hairston. This rebound brought up the floor Over to Gadd. He'll take a deep three. No good. Rebounded. Now pushed ahead. Outlet. Hoskins trying to catch up to it. Knocked loose, but Greater Beckley still with it with 12 seconds left in the quarter.
How many do they have this quarter?
29 now.
Well, I'd say in the history it's probably hard to find 3 straight 30-point quarters. Are they going to get it? Beautiful pass.
Hoskins at the horn, short, and that will end the third quarter of play. But another big offensive quarter for Greater Beckley as they lead the defending Class A state champions by 39 points heading to quarter number 4. We'll be back after this as you're watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here on Video Productions.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't.
Start of quarter number 4 here from Greater Beckley Christian High School. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolin here with you, with Robbie and Joe Mounts, our engineer and camera operator for this game. Again, coming up next, approximately 20 minutes at the conclusion of this game, we will have Wyoming East here to take on Greenbrier East in our final game of the day from the Martin Luther King Classic.
All right, you want one for that one, Chris?
What's that?
We're going to get a close game.
All right.
We're going to get a I mean, this game's been a good, hard fight.
Yeah.
But we're going to get a good, hard-fought game that goes into the fourth quarter undecided. Woo! Is that wishful thinking, or am I really predicting it?
I like your predictions, Bob. Again, you're close to spot on a lot, so I'm going to take that one to heart. I think you're going to be right.
Well, I think those two teams are probably more close to equal than our other matchups have been today.
Yeah, and with Combine dropping out at the last minute, it kind of put Beth Haven in a tough spot, but they played very hard today against Beckley Prep.
They did, Chris.
Yeah, it's like we said, we just had a couple of mismatches down the stretch, and there's a good take, unable to finish, but they're on the weak side rebound and put back up and in by Carter Williams, got 14 points now.
What I like about Webster County, you still see the intensity, you still see the hustle because they're a well-coached team. I mean, they're just getting beat like a drum.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting beat. But you don't see the quit, you don't see the head down, you don't see the finger pointing, and that's a sign. Well, you don't win a state championship unless you're well coached anyway. So that's a sign of a team, that's well coached. As Greater Beckley's just got too much size. And the Greater Beckley, I know the Wheeling Centrals are good, and Charleston. We're going to see tomorrow night. You will.
That'll be
fun. I think
fun.
I have another one, but you'll see tomorrow night now about where they stand.
And back to even what you said about Webster County, these are those moments where you find out a lot about your club. How hard are they willing to fight, even though the game's out of reach? How tough are they going to be? How strong-minded are they in these situations?
I think they've checked all those boxes.
I think so too.
I mean, they're getting beat badly, but look at them, still moving the ball, still fighting. It all started that first quarter. And but when you have an onslaught, look at that, still crashing the boards, good head fake. Thought he drew the foul there. That's the game management where you give them that one.
Yeah, and right there, though, it's been part of the night for the Highlanders, just unable to. And right there, you could see the foul coming. Oh, yeah. That was a frustration foul there by Coley.
Yeah. And
that'll put them in the 1-1 now with 6:47 to go in the ball game. Yeah, it's like we talked about. It's easy to get frustrated in games like this. You're not used to being handled in this way.
Yep.
And this is going to be their first loss to a single-A opponent since 2018 now.
Wow.
I mean, that's going to be the tough part of this, too, as Jordan ends up hitting. And they lost. The last one they had was to Ravenswood in the quarterfinals of the state tournament in 2018.
And you know there's no chance I'm going to question you. So Greater Beckley did not split with him last year.
No.
They beat Greater Beckley by 1 in the regular season and 64-57 in the other one.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not hey, I'm not challenging you on facts, Chris. I know you do your homework. No chance. I'd love to catch you wrong once. No chance. No chance.
It's happened plenty of times.
I'll tell you what, when you come prepared and you have the notes you have, I do remember they beat Greater Beckley by 1. And I think they played both games at Webster County.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it was.
And Greater Beckley got upset in the section is what caused them to have to go there.
Yeah, and you know that had to really sting last year because they had a very good ball club last year as well.
It should have been the state tournament, without a doubt.
You know Webster County wishes they didn't have to see them in that regional final last year either.
Oh, yeah. That could have been a nightmare for Webster County. And what turned out to be a dream season.
So now down low they go to Krunich, back up top. They swing it over left side, 3 on the way, no good. Tip back up and may get over the back here, and we will.
Yep. Another good call by the officiating crew.
That was Trifkovich going for that 3, but coming up empty. And now 6:18 to go in the game, and you do start to see some of the substitutions on both sides trickling in as Tyler Short, a 6-foot senior, checking in. As Greater Beckley now on the verge of that 100-point mark as they get it to Lewis. He'll go for 3, and he hits another one. So he's had a very strong second half here with 11 points.
Yes, he has. Finding the gap in that zone behind the 3-point and hitting it.
95-59. They go down low to Krunich. 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Again, nice pass out of it up top. Wide open 3 off the mark. No good that time for John Rose, the freshman. The rebound underneath, shot up, knocked away.
Does that look? Greater Beckley doesn't have a starter on the floor. Does that look like a team with no starters on the floor?
I was going to say.
6'8", 6'6", good guards, 6'5", 3-man. Doesn't look like a.
That's a good pass up ahead. Now a foul underneath with 5:31 to go. But yeah, I'm like you. I mean, even their 6 through 10 and even beyond that, they're bigger than most teams in Class Single A and Double A and Triple A.
Oh, yeah, Cecil there with the offensive rebound, getting 2 at the foul line.
All right, so it'll be Luke Cecil, a 6'7" junior. Able to hit on the first, so he gets into the scorebook.
Oh, 6'7", so I cheated him out of 2 inches. So you got 6'8", 6'7", and a 6'5", 3-man.
It is. That's insane.
Yeah.
Second free throw off the mark. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Greater Beckley.
Another advantage that gives them for late in the season, you have good competition at practice.
That's what I said. It's going to be interesting to see who can match up with this team. Again, we may get a look at that tomorrow night, but it's going to be very difficult size-wise and speed-wise to be able to stay with Greater Beckley.
Size-wise, no single A teams even close. I say I watched Wheeling Central play their best game of the year when they beat Robert C. Byrd by 20 points, and their guard play was excellent. But I have to give Greater Beckley the edge on being maybe the favorite to go down there and win that thing this year. I think they have all the tools and they have the size.
As I said, with the way they've played tonight, it'd be hard to disagree with any of those thoughts. As they've put up 98 points. Beckley Prep put up 105 today as that pass sails into the stands. And then you have Mercer Christian put up 99. So we have had some huge offensive explosions today.
I think Coach Helton was up there loosening those bolts on the rim. We got good loose rims in here. You know that. You're down there close to that Kentucky border. You know they do that down Pikeville.
Oh, yeah.
They do it at halftime. They loosen theirs up the first half. And then at halftime, they go tighten them up, say the rim's loose.
As Logan Cochran gets the layup. Now another steal by Cochran. He'll take it the other way, and he'll lay it in again. But, yeah, that's how you get home cooking right there. I like that. And then you go to Polka, and those rims are wound tighter than anything that you're going to see. If it grazes the rim, it's flying off.
Yeah, so then you play a team like Greater Beckley. Good 3-point shot there by Alexa Trifkovich.
And that is 101 now. Interesting, Webster County put up 100 twice this year, and now here's Greater Beckley doing it to them. So 101-63 as Krunich knocks it out of bounds.
Hello, coach down at Wyoming East, Mullins High School, Don Knuckles. Rest his soul, boy, he was the most awesome competitor. He'd brag about it. He said, if I'm playing a team that gets it out of the net and runs, I'm going to soak those nets the night before in hot water. So that ball gets stuck in them. He said, that's not. He said, that's called gamesmanship. Boy, he was the best. What a great guy.
That's a Red Auerbach type level of stuff there.
Soak those nets, make them tight at the bottom. And,
I like that.
He used to come to our practices at Mountain State on Fridays after he was retired, and enjoyed a lot of days after practice just sitting around listening to him tell stories. Great guy.
Yeah, so I love those old stories right there. Some of the things you can get away with in those situations as they get it over right side. 3 on the way, no good. Krunich gets the rebound, had it knocked away from him and out of bounds as you've got Braylon Arvin, who just took that 3 a minute ago, 5'11 sophomore in. John Rose, a 5'10 freshman into the game. So, again, both sides starting to empty their benches and getting more and more people in for playing time.
And they're all still making the right play.
And again, a foul will send Krunich to the free throw line with 4:14 to play. That's the 10th team foul now against Greater Beckley. Against Webster County here in the second half. 4 still against Greater Beckley. Krunich has 2 points on the evening.
Boy, that was a terrible free throw. I mean, we haven't said one bad thing about Greater Beckley all evening. I mean, what have they done wrong? That second one he puts right in. I mean, they haven't done anything wrong, have they?
No.
They've shared the ball, so they had a bad miss on a free throw. About time. So, Greater Beckley's been spectacular today on both ends of the court, making the right decision. That was a push-off on Krunich.
Yeah, and Webster County looking
there was
for the
a charge
call
on Krunich.
Yeah, so there's your makeup call on the other end, and I believe that's it for Krunich. That's number 5 on him.
Well, so he had 5 down here on the push-off and then 6 down there. And
so now they see that it is 5, and they'll get Cecil up off the bench.
Let's take a look at it. There's the push-off.
Move.
And then Krunich handling that ball like a guard. Oh, just say, he probably just thinking, boy, that little guy's not going to take a charge. Yes, he did. He's from Webster County. They're not getting out of the way.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a brave kid there to be able to stand in.
Tough kids.
Like I told you in the last game, there was a charge taken by Beth Haven. I said I would have been at the concession stands at that point. Now pass up ahead. Breakout here for Arvin. He's caught from behind and fouled with 3:45 remaining.
Braylon Arvon, trip to the charity stripe. 5'11 sophomore.
There's 8 players in the scorebook for Greater Beckley already. He's looking to be number 9 as Logan Cochran commits the foul. As Arvin's free throw up and good.
The sophomore's got a nice stroke on him. It's up there, concentrate the line. Wait till Rose lets one go here in a minute. Rose can shoot the ball too, number 10.
You see that wrap on his left arm, evidently an injury for Arvin, but he gets both free throws to go, 104-63. Back the other way, 3 fired up, no good, but rebound tipped out long, still controlled by Webster County. They work it over, Cochran able to save it, brings it back towards the middle, 3.5 to play. And this runaway win for Greater Beckley, again, they led it 18-0 before Webster County ever even scored in this game. And it's been in double figures ever since then as Rose misses on the short-range shot. Arvin fighting for the loose ball. Saved by Webster County as they get it in the backcourt. Almost knocked away, but shoveled ahead. And now we get a whistle and a foul in the backcourt with 3:08 to go.
I like that, shoveled. That's exactly what it was. It was shoveled. On the ground, scooped it up, shoveled it forward. I guess people behind us are waiting for some people to leave in this game to get in the bleachers.
Yeah, I was going to say, you still got a lot of people standing out behind us, a lot of the Wyoming East fans along with the Greenbrier East fans waiting their teams to take the floor. Again, we'll be a little behind because of the length of this game.
Good move.
Nice finish there at the rim that time.
Tyler Short, nice power layup, good strong move to the inside.
Tried to get it into Cecil, but knocked away, and now taken by Cochran with 2:45 to go. 39-point lead for Greater Beckley. He tried to fit that one in between the legs that time of Elijah Shamblin, but stolen back. Nice look and good finish on the way to the rim that time as Trifkovich gets the lay-in.
Yeah, Braylon Arvon with a nice pass.
Cochran gets it over near side. 3 on the way, and count it for Webster County as Devin Coley sinks his first bucket. 106-68. Down to 2:15 to play as they get it inside. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Greater Beckley. As Drumheller will check back in. Sessa will go to the bench. And again, just the production by the starting lineup here tonight. I mean, you're looking at all of them almost in double figures. And you got 3 of them with over 20 points in the game for Greater Beckley Christian.
106. And still 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. Greater Beckley has shot the lights out this evening.
Nice take, but unable to finish at the rim. Still controlled, though, by Webster County, and now thrown away as Rose takes it up the left side. Gets inside, floater up and short. Rebounded underneath, taken away by Webster County as that was Gillespie on the rebound. He'll bring it up the floor, tries to get into the center. Kicks it out. 3 on the way for Cochran, and he's fouled.
Yep. There was Braylon Arvon. He's got to close out the three-point shooter. Close out short with a hand up. Arvon ran into the three-point shooter.
So that'll be his first. Yeah, you look at the starting 5 here tonight, Bob, and you've got all 5 of them in double figures. Edwards with 21, Jordan with 10, Harrison with 26, Smallwood with 21, and Hoskins with 15. I mean, that's just an incredible stat line.
Oh, that is. 3 over 20. It all started with Elijah Edwards knocking the threes down, making the right decisions, pushing the ball. He looked like an all-state point guard out there tonight.
So this is going to be a momentum win and a statement win as they get Charleston Catholic coming in here tomorrow in what should be a very fascinating game as Cochran hits the last of the 3. Goes 1 of 3 from the line on that trip.
You have to have a shot blocker playing Greater Beckley, or Harrison will just use that size and that weight. And that's the one I told you about, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
John Rose with a smooth stroke. I told you if he had those feet set, it hit the bottom of the net.
Just a freshman, and he gets his first bucket of the game. So 10th player now on the scorebook for the Crusaders as their lead up to 40 now with 1:10 to go, and we get a whistle and a foul out front. So that'll send Webster County back to the free throw line. Yeah, that'll be a 1-on-1 attempt here. That's the 8th team foul. Then you even look up Webster County. Again, Gadd will lead the way with 21 points tonight. Then you have Williams with 14 and Lewis currently with 11 as that free throw off the mark, no good. So a chance here for Greater Beckley to add to their lead, but a palming call. We'll give it back over to Webster County in the game that would not die.
Still going.
Yeah, this game still has a pulse, but it's closing down now to the final 60 seconds. So they'll get it over now, getting it inside, back out to Cochran. He'll take a 3 straight on, no good. Good rebound underneath, and another foul with 51.8 seconds to go. So again, the foul shot's going to be off the charts by the end of this game. And what do we have at the end of 3 quarters? And I think the stat sheet there, let's see, how many free throws do we have at the end of the
I thought you had to go the whole time. I was going to watch you count all those dots. I forgot. We got the high-class stat sheet. At the end of 3, 24 free throws attempted by Greater Beckley and 17 by the Webster County Highlanders.
That seems like it's underselling it almost.
Well, 41 and 3/4, that's a lot of free throws.
Yeah, it's put back no good underneath as Bell able to hit 1 of 2 on that trip as we're down to 42 seconds to go now as they lose it out of bounds, and it'll go back over to Webster County. Again, approximately 20 minutes at the conclusion of this game. We'll have Greenbrier East and Wyoming East. So stay with us here on Video Productions. We've got one more high school game to go here tonight from Greater Beckley Christian High School. There's 3 on the way, short, rebounded underneath by Greater Beckley as Drumheller comes away with it. Now we'll see if Greater Beckley tries to run out the clock here. Cochran trying to come up with a steal, but they get it back out to Drumheller. And Greater Beckley content to run out the rest of this game here as they dominated from the very start, again getting out to an 18-0 lead, scored 33 points in the first quarter, and they ended up routing the defending Class Single A state champions here tonight in a big win for the Greater Beckley Christian Crusaders as they move to 9-3 on the season. Webster County drops to 8-3 as it's a 109-70 shellacking here tonight for Greater Beckley. And again, you look at the final scoring on both sides here. We'll round it up real quick before we step aside for our break before the next game. And for Greater Beckley, again, 26 for Harrison to lead all scorers, 21 for Edwards, 21 for Smallwood, 15 for Hoskins, 10 for Jordan. Then you had 7 for Trifkovich, 3 for Rose, 3 for Krunich, 2 for Drumheller, 2 for Arvin, and 1 for Cecil. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Crusaders in the scorebook here this evening to help them reach that 109-point plateau. And you look at Webster County, they had a lot in the scorebook as well here tonight as they ended up with 9 players in the scorebook, as you had Gadd with 21 points, with Lewis with 11, Williams with 14. Then you have Wright with 7 points, Cochran with 5 off the bench, then Bell with 3, Coley with 3, Cutlip with 4, and Tyler Short rounding out the scoring with 2 points. But again, you said it coming in, Bob, this is a Greater Beckley team that is very, very good. And, you know, I saw them earlier this year, but I didn't see them quite at this level. And tonight they just looked like a team that's a cut above a lot of the teams in Class Single A.
Oh, without a doubt. They shoot the ball from the perimeter well. They have great point guard play. Great post play, and if you get in foul trouble, the guy coming in for you plays great in the post. They have all of the tools to win a state championship.
And there's that opportunity for them this year as they will take on Charleston Catholic tomorrow in what should be one heck of a ball game here from Greater Beckley Christian High School. But as we said, we've got one more game coming up next here in approximately 20 to 25 minutes, as it will be Wyoming East here taking on Greenbrier East. So stay with us. Bob and I will be back after our short break here to bring you the final call here from Greater Beckley Christian today. But 109-70, Greater Beckley takes it over Webster County. So for Bob, along with the Mounts brothers, Joe and Robbie, I'm Chris Kidd saying see you in a few minutes here from the Martin Luther King Classic in Beckley, West Virginia, as you are watching live on Video Productions.